So guys, are you a better sugar burner or fat burner? And which one's better? So in today's video, we're going to compare the high carbohydrate and the high fat diet, the advantages and disadvantages, and figure out which one's better suited to your lifestyle. So a high carbohydrate diet is when you consume 40 to 50% of your calories from carbs, about 30% of your calories hopefully from protein, and 20% of your calories from fat. A high fat diet is one in which you're consuming about 50 to 60% of your calories from fat, 30% of your calories from protein, and 10 to 20% of your calories from carbohydrates. You can also evenly spread out your carbs, fats, and proteins, but usually I recommend that for people who aren't trying to change their body composition too much. So when you go on a high carbohydrate diet, your main source of fuel is glucose. So as and when the glucose goes up, you're going to feel energetic, but when it drops, you're going to start to feel hungry. That's why you're probably going to have multiple meals throughout the day. And if you're having multiple meals throughout the day, you want to make sure that each meal is not very high in calories, and therefore you're going to choose foods that aren't very calorically dense. So in this case, you're actually not going to have a lot of fat in your diet because each gram of fat is very high in calories compared to carbohydrates. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories and 1 gram of carbohydrates is only 4 calories. And this type of a diet also works really well for anybody who's trying to build muscle because you're having multiple meals throughout the day, which means you're having protein hopefully multiple times throughout the day. That means you're going to give your body ample opportunities to build muscle just because it has a continuous supply of protein coming in throughout the day. So when you go on a high fat diet, first of all, your options are going to be severely restricted because you're cutting out an entire food group. So the amount of options or variety is going to be significantly lower, but that can be a good thing for you if you do get confused regarding what you need to eat and you want something that's way more efficient because you know exactly what your options are. So the biggest advantage of a high fat or a ketogenic diet in my eyes is that people generally start to feel less hungry on this diet. That means if you're not very hungry, you're probably going to eat fewer meals and as a result not eat a lot of calories. And if you're not eating a lot of calories, you're by definition going to start losing a lot of weight. And this type of a diet works really well for anybody who's trying to do intermittent fasting. But if you're someone who's really active and plays a sport or an activity in which you need a lot of energy really quick, like quick bursts of energy, then this may not be the ideal diet for you. So for somebody who's playing basketball, this may not be the ideal diet. But for somebody in an endurance sport such as long distance running or cycling, this actually may be beneficial and probably won't impact your performance negatively. Recent science has also shown that the ketogenic diet can be very, very favorable for certain metabolic conditions such as type 2 diabetes. But please don't misconstrue this as medical advice. Please consult your doctor or your medical care provider before taking on any sort of diet. So at the end of all of this, which one's actually better? The answer is it depends completely on you. There are lots of people who say, oh, the ketogenic diet is the most superior diet available. And then there are a lot of people who say, no, don't listen to the keto zealots. You need carbohydrates. They're very important. My advice is don't just blindly follow anybody's advice. Do a little bit of research and experiment on yourself to figure out what diet works best for you. And for those people who tell you find a diet that you can do for the rest of your life, I feel that that would be too monotonous. It's actually a good thing to experiment with different diets to figure out what works best for you. And it's good to cycle in and out of ketosis as well. That's personally what I do. But hey, that's just my belief. You can do what you want to. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I just feel that human beings are very diverse and we shouldn't be dogmatic with our nutrition. We should approach everything with an open mind because every single human being is different. So I hope you liked the video, guys. If you did, leave me one of these. Hit the subscribe button. And leave a comment in the comment section below because the more you comment, the more YouTube sees that, oh, this video is actually interesting. I think I'm going to push it out to more people. And that's definitely going to help me out. So I appreciate you and I'll see you in the next video.